Hi everyone and welcome to our first episode in Building a Brand. And the reason we've done this is because we just watch a lot of YouTube videos around other people building a brand, and it's just something we've always wanted to do. And over the last, couple of months?
Yeah.
We've just had the ability to go down this company route, and we thought, you know what, it'd be quite cool to try and show what we're doing behind the scenes. Not go too much into what the company is. If it comes out in conversation, it does, but it was just to see how we are doing it.
Yeah. So I feel like obviously anyone who follows this YouTube channel at this moment in time are probably people who've watched us do our podcast, isn't it? So this is sort of a follow-on from that. We've learned a lot over the last year and a half, in terms of our own health, and also we've delved deeper into the science, haven't we, behind things. And so it was just interesting. We thought to maybe do this so that people who have been following the podcast actually just get a great insight into what we actually do every day, because we always go on about it, don't we, on the podcast, where it was like, you know, whatever we're telling you guys to do, we do ourselves. So yeah, it was just a place to document it and just see how, can we make a success of this?
Yeah, and one thing we want to try and make this, series is not scripted. I mean, none of our podcasts are, but we want to try and make this as easy to listen to, easy on the eye.
Yeah.
Not as robotic, because everything we discuss normally is medicinal,
yeah,
categories, topics, and it's hard to have a light-hearted approach to it. So our aim with this is to try and make it as natural as possible. We're not going to cut anything out. The only times we will cut things is if we go to another scene, which our plan is to hopefully in this video go to other scenes tomorrow.
Make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah, instead of sitting on a couch. But what's the date today?
Oh God, is it
my phone's getting the?
It might be like the 20.
I'm gonna check.
Look,
see, we're gonna keep this in because why not? So today is the 26th of April, and it was just as a timestamp really. Our company is due to come out or launch summer. And
also, if anyone is watching this, then follow us on Instagram, because that's where we'll be posting most of the stuff about the actual company. Like you say, this is just going to be a bit behind the scenes of actually building a brand. So yeah, follow us on, we'll put it in the description below. Also follow my personal Instagram and also Lee's. And yeah, just
you can edit that in the video now, you know how to do it.
Yeah, but follow along for our journey.
Yeah, so today we've been doing a lot of the branding side of things, trying to do social media. It's not something we've ever been good at. So we've tried today, we spent a few hours doing it. Tomorrow we are going on a run.
Oh my God, my first run in months, so I'm a bit nervous for that one.
Yeah, and I mean, ideally it would be good to try and film some of this, but trying to get this out in a cafe, I don't know.
We will see, because that will be quite hard.
But that's the aim, is try and do that. But in terms of where we're up to with the business, we've got a lot of the systems in place. Websites and all, what have you, is close to basically being completed. But yesterday we had a bit of a hiccup we were about to go with it, and we pulled back with one of the suppliers because it just didn't.
On track now
it just didn't seem to fit the whole process. It wasn't as seamless as what we'd like. So we've come back on that. We've got something else in place. But as always, when you want the answer today, it always comes tomorrow. So we're looking at answers probably Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to go on the run, try and do the rest of this episode, and hopefully start our journey in building a brand.
So yeah, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at the cafe. So hi everyone.
Go on, you're open.
So we said that we were going to meet you at the cafe today. Obviously we're definitely not at the cafe. So we were supposed to go for a run this morning, weren't we, into town, and we didn't end up going, just because we had a lot to do this morning.
Well, you had your prescribing course.
Yeah, so I'm in the middle of doing that at the moment. Anyone who knows sort of the structure of the pharmacy degree, after you've qualified, basically education never stops, and so that's the last thing that I have to do. You've just completed yours, haven't you? So yeah, I complete my prescribing course in June, but yeah, I've just had some of that to do. I have done a Zoom 2 this morning on the bike, and then I did a little bit of a yoga flow. What did you do this morning?
I did some squats, mainly, trying to lift a bit heavier than what I have been doing, but it's like I said, it's hard to find a balance with what type of training we should be doing. We're doing a lot of zone 2 strength, and you're obviously trying to struggle. Well, you're struggling to incorporate yoga and Pilates, aren't you?
Yeah, we were saying that yesterday. It's so hard where there's not enough hours in the day that you feel like, because you want to do everything. You know, yoga for me is something where it like helps me de-stress, but then also it's not giving me the goals in terms of, like you say, zone 2 or like improve my VO2 max, which is so important for overall health. So
Yeah,
it's
but also
it's such a hard thing.
I think the big thing is that we're still hung up on aesthetics. No matter how much health driven we are, you always want to try and look as good as you can be when you go to the gym.
Yeah.
And sadly, all the exercise regimes that are good for your health may not be the most efficient for looking good. But I think we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
But,
and hopefully, if obviously this company takes off, then it's something that we will have more time to be able to dedicate to exercise and improve on health, and you know what. Anyway, it's just one of those things, isn't it? That you just got to do what you got to do.
So we are off to the Trafford Centre.
Yeah.
And the reason we're going here is, well, to pick up coffee, really. That's all it is.
Yeah.
From the
We
espresso,
literally love coffee. We have like 3 coffees a day sometimes.
I have more than you, yeah. But I don't know, you're pretty good too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we're going to an espresso because they only have one in either Liverpool City Centre or the Trafford Centre. Where the Trafford Centre, it's way nicer, isn't it? We prefer it, and it's not that far. It's probably the same distance. Like it takes the same time.
Because the motorway.
To get to the Trafford Centre as it does to the city centre for us. So.
But the only issue is that Liverpool are probably going to win the league today.
Oh yeah.
So if we were to go into
that.
town, well, we need to get back for it. But if you were to go into town now, it would be rammed.
Yeah.
But
we'll anyway take you along. Maybe film a little bit in the Trafford Centre. We probably would be.
We're not going to put mics on. I can't do that yet.
But yeah, so we'll catch you in a bit. Oh, I like that one. Do you like that one? I think I like that one.
Is that what you're getting for?
So I'm getting this for filming for my nutrition videos. What do you reckon? I quite like that. This is like dark aesthetic.
Yeah, I
That
think
one
it's...
or this one? This one's nicer. Do you like that one?
What do you prefer?
I quite like that one.
We'll go for that one then.
I feel like if I'm going to be putting like a lot of like fruit and vegetables on it, the colour it'll pop better.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get that one. Go. Okay. I love it in here. Oh, it's so heavy.
Okay, so this is the first time I'm recording point of view, but we've just come back from the Trafford Centre where I think we've done okay, have we?
It's quite successful.
It was. So in terms of why did we go for the brand, and it was mainly because you're going to do medicinal cookery, and I'm going to show you now, providing that I can work this. Right, so it's on.
Yeah, so part of my Instagram, whatever, is that I'm going to do a medicinal cookery series. So obviously being pharmacists, we know that nature is our edible pharmacy, and so I just want to basically showcase different ingredients each week and showcase what they do for the body. So the first series is probably going to be cardiovascular disease. But yeah, I think obviously in order to create good content, you need to really think about it, which is one thing that I don't feel like when we did, say, the Chemist Couple podcast, for instance, we didn't really think about the details of like...
We didn't have an end goal, no. I don't think.
But I'll just show you what I got for...
So Jess has spent our weekly budget on one bowl
I know.
and a chopping board.
But, so I got this chopping board, which I did show you before, but I felt like, let me just get a piece of fruit to see what it would look like. So I've actually got an orange, but I was thinking it would look pretty cool if I can open it. See, if I was like chopping it on that board, like the colour, I just feel like that's cool, isn't it? So anyway, I got that chopping board. Now my aesthetic that I'm going for is pretty neutral. So, well, a bit of background on myself, I enjoy yoga and Pilates. Like, that is my favourite type of exercise. So a lot of my content is going to be filming that. And I feel like obviously with that comes pretty neutral colours, zen vibes and all stuff like that. So yeah, I got the chopping board. Then I ended up getting some of these. So these were just from H&M. They're like little placemats. But I thought that, obviously, again, it's like very neutral. Let me just move this out of the way. If I was to put that, like that, and then like imagine the pictures, like you can imagine like, be pretty cool. Then I got some wooden spoons, again, like, I thought that was quite cool. And then this, like Lee said, this is so heavy, and I spent most of the budget on this bowl, but again, I feel like these are the things that you really have to think about, isn't it, when you're trying to build a brand.
So one dish will look good and the other one will just look bog standard.
And then that was the bowl. But so let me just shut this fridge. But yeah, if you like, let me see if I can get a video of it so I can show what I think it's gonna look like. So if you can imagine, this is so difficult to use this gimbal. Let's see. I feel like that looks quite good. But yeah.
Don't put it on me.
I was gonna put it here because.
Right.
I
So
feel
just
like
watching you.
Oh, is it? Okay, I was thinking.
There you go.
But yeah, so that was my little haul. We also posted for the first time on Byolete today, so we put our first ever Instagram post up, didn't we, as the
we did.
As the brand. So I think really this week, like, we haven't really got anything else that we want to put in this video. Obviously we will upload it, and then we're just going to do a weekly video, or maybe even every 2 weeks, depending on what we've got going on, because like we mentioned earlier in the video, we've got a lot of things outside of the business, haven't we, where I've got my prescribing to do. We are still, you're still sort of like, you work for your dad a little bit, don't you? Like, where you help him out with his own business, and so we've got like a lot going on.
That sounds very professional, that, doesn't it? Helping with his business. No, but we do a lot at the moment, and the aim is to get away from our normal clinic job, isn't it? That's the thing. And we thought, we like watching these videos. Whether we like to watch our own back after this, I don't know. But building a brand this week has been spending the week's budget on a bowl and chopping board for all the photos. We haven't really went into what we've done for the actual business.
I've also actually got that there, which I didn't even realise, that was like sort of the inspiration for doing the medicinal cookery series. I've had this book for about 5-6 years.
On a slot.
Yeah, but obviously I'm going to be taking some recipes out of there, so I'll probably tag that guy in, and obviously do my own recipes, because I do all the cooking, don't I? But
yeah. So the next one, well, weekly, bi-weekly, depending on how we can get through them, and we'll try and maybe have more of an insight into what's happening with the business. In terms of next steps, we are changing the supplier for the labs and the analysis because the one we had before just wasn't as seamless as what we wanted. We have to get the website up by the end of this week or this coming week.
Yes, that's the goal this week, isn't it?
Where we can have people at least sign up for the newsletter. And what else do we need to do this week? The portal, the labs and the website, they're the main things. We've done the first post on Instagram.
We've got a couple more posts we've actually filmed yesterday a full content day, so we've got a lot in the archives now so that we can put that out over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, apart from that, I think is that it for this week, really?
I think so. There's nothing else to do, is there?
But
We've got to watch the match.
Oh yeah.
What's the match? I mean, the normal season ticket we've had, the person's come down for the game once in a blue moon, obviously on the time that we can win the league. But
yeah, hopefully next time we speak to you, we will have won the league by then.
If they don't, I mean, they're going to win it. They should just win it today, really. It's only a point against Tottenham. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you next week or the week after.
But yeah, thanks for watching.